Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, October 25th, 2024. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Not that he listens, but a happy 33rd birthday to my oldest kiddo. I'll tell you, you made being a dad at 7 years old very easy for me. And yes, I do refuse to believe that I am that old. Also, yesterday I voted, and you must do that as well. And I just got word this morning that we are on target for 100,000 early voting voters. The Board of Elections also does advise going over the weekend to avoid any lines. But the incessant texts and emails and robocalls, they still come. All right, the news, let's get into it, shall we? The Anne Arundel County Police are investigating two separate shootings from last night. At about 6:20 p.m., officers responded to a shooting on Tomlinson Court in Severn where they found 3 people injured. About an hour later, police were called to another shooting in Glen Burnie. This time it was at the B&A Boulevard. Fortunately, no injuries were reported in that incident. However, police are still investigating both, and we do expect to have some more information on both of them a little bit later this morning. Jacob over at the Annapolis Patch is reporting that Denny's is planning to close 150 of its U.S. locations by next year, including 50 closures by the end of this year. The restaurant chain, known for its 24/7 service, cited financial reasons for the closures, focusing on older and more unprofitable locations. In Maryland, there are 22 Denny locations, though it is unclear which, if any, are going to be closing. Local to us, Denny's is in Annapolis, Glen Burnie, Hanover, and across the bridge in Graysonville. And honestly, I haven't been into the Annapolis Denny's in probably 20 years. Annapolis Subaru is giving back again and is supporting the Blue Ribbon Project through Subaru's National Share the Love event from November 21st to January 1st. For every vehicle sold or leased during the period, Subaru is going to donate $400 to the local charity, which provides essential services for abused and neglected children. The Blue Ribbon Project's programs include providing backpacks with necessities for children entering foster care and helping older foster youth transition to independent living. The campaign, part of Subaru's national initiative, has raised over $285 million for various charities since it began 16 years ago. So if you are in the market for a car, November 21st through January 1st are the dates when you can help Taylor and the Blue Ribbon Project in a huge way. All right, let's talk weekend stuff, and there is a bunch to choose from. All weekend long, Halloween happening at the Anne Arundel County Fairgrounds. It's a spooky evening with hayrides and haunted barn from 7 to 10 p.m. on Friday and Saturday and 7 to 9 on Sunday. Tickets are only $15. You can get them at the gate or online. The Ballet Theater of Maryland is going to present Napoli at Maryland Hall with performances at 1 p.m. on Saturday and 2 p.m. on Sunday. And Homestead Gardens is wrapping up their annual fall festival this weekend. Tickets, again, they're $15 as well. They're available at homesteadgardens.com. All right, today and tonight, this afternoon, there's a pumpkin walk at the Hammond Harwin House featuring games, crafts, face painting, and a costume parade for the kids. That goes from 4 to 6 p.m. And a little bit later, over here in Eastport, Sofo's Movie Night Under the Stars at the Bay Ridge Shopping Center with live music. That gets underway at 5 p.m. with the showing of the movie Hook at dark. The first 10 people there will receive a special gift card. Looking into tomorrow, Navy versus Notre Dame football. That does kick off at noon. It will air on ABC if you are not at the game, and we will be there bringing you the game with a live blog, social media, and more, so you want to be sure to follow along, again, if you're not in New York. Save Our Trees, and we've done a few podcasts with them. They're a great little group, but they're saving trees this weekend at Truxton Park. That's going to be on Saturday from 9:45 a.m. to noon. Volunteers are needed to help remove invasive English ivy vines, and they provide all the tools. And actually, it's a pretty fun, good way to get out in the fresh air. Back over at Maryland Hall tomorrow, Dia de los Muertos Festival, the Day of the Dead. That's going from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's sponsored by the city of Annapolis. It's going to feature costumes, sugar skull makeup, and live music. Admission to that one is free. Sliding into Sunday, it is the Halloween Barkin' Bash over at Quiet Waters Park from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. featuring a dog costume contest and food vendors. That is free. And if you are more of a Davidsville person, Homestead Gardens will be having their annual Critter Crawl on Sunday, and that does start at noon. And the Annapolis Maritime Museum is doing something really cool to honor longtime volunteer Judy Muddy, who recently passed away. Free admission all day to the museum for everybody with a creepy creatures hunt and free tours from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Again, that is on Sunday at the Annapolis Maritime Museum, and that's right there on 2nd Street and Back Creek. You want to be sure to catch our local business spotlight this Saturday at noon. This week we chat with Raquel and Rob from the Annapolis Golf Club, also known as X Golf, which is a great new facility that opened up right on Jennifer Road. Today on Canines and Crosstreks, we meet Kobe, a uniquely colored pit bull who is goofy as hell. The problem with him is that he's been there too darn long and we need to find him a home. Let's get an application in by Halloween. That would make my day. Listen to our spot now and then check out eyeonannapolis.net at noon for some irresistible photos and get all of the information on how you can adopt him. And again, don't forget that we do have our daily newsletter that features only the top local news stories of the day. We send it out to your email inbox at 7 p.m. every night. Yes, 366 days this year, all without a paywall. It's perfect for keeping up with the weekend's news since we don't publish a DNB on Saturday and Sunday. Here is a link right here in the show notes for you, and feel free to give it a share. All right, that's it. Now it is time just to say thank you for listening and putting up with us every day. I do hope that we add some value to your world, and if we do, please leave a review somewhere and tell a friend to give us a listen. We also want to thank our sponsors, Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, Fish for a Cure, and Macmedics. It's Friday, the weekend is here, and now it is time just to say have a great weekend, be nice to others, do something fun, and keep shopping local. Oh, and go Navy, beat Notre Dame. Now you just need to hang tight because DCMDVA Weather is here, bringing the only locally forecasted weather report, and then Canines and Crosstreks. All that's coming up your way in just a minute.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, October 25th. Temps were cooler yesterday across the Annapolis region, but still incredibly nice, and conditions will remain very nice with only a couple of cool below average days coming Sunday and Monday before temps then warm back up into the 70s Tuesday and Wednesday. Look for sunny skies today through the weekend with highs today in the 65 to 72 degree range ahead of upper 60s to mid 70s with breezy northwest winds gusting over 25 miles per hour at times Saturday, with more sunshine and cooler temps expected Sunday with AM lows in the upper 30s to upper 40s with PM highs in the upper 50s to mid 60s to close out the weekend. As for next week, the sunny rainless streak will continue with temperatures in the low to mid 60s Monday, followed by upper 60s to low or mid 70s Tuesday, with even warmer conditions Wednesday in the mid to upper 70s, with upper 70s to maybe lower 80s possible on Halloween Thursday. Okay, that's it for today and this week. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day and weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and X for updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Ahoy, captains and anglers. What better way to spend a day on the Chesapeake Bay than by fishing and fundraising for a cure? Join us for the 18th annual Fish for a Cure tournament, Paul C. Detter's Captain's Challenge, and Shore Party, Saturday, November 9th at Safe Harbor, Annapolis. Fish for a Cure supports Luminous Health Anne Arundel Medical Center's Gayton and Joanne D. Cesaris Cancer Institute. Event proceeds directly support the Cancer Survivorship Program for patients recovering from all types of cancers. Gather your crew and register your boat today at fishforacure.org. Again, that's fishforacure.org. That can only mean one thing. We're headed to the SPCA of Anne Arundel County with Annapolis Subaru to play with the pups for this week's Canines and Crosstreks. Sponsored by Annapolis Subaru. Higher standards.
Okay, I'm having flashbacks to like the Wizard of Oz when that carriage was going out and they said you had the horse of a different color. And what color is this beauty?
This beauty is Kobe. And Kobe is a 1-year-old male. And he's considered
he looks closer to
blue.
2.
So
blue?
1 year and 11 months to be exact.
So
it's closer to 2.
They call it, it's like a blue gray. It's like a blue gray.
It's like a cool gray khaki that's blue.
Exactly. Yeah. But gorgeous. And you can see him.
That's a really
got
neat
some white.
color.
Isn't he gorgeous? Yeah.
That really is. So he's almost 2.
And he's an American Staffordshire mixed terrier.
Okay.
So, like, in other words, a pit bull.
Right.
And he's just a goofball. I mean, he's out in the yard a lot and stuff, but he's a lot of fun. He loves to play. He loves to walk. But he's just kind of goofy. He acts like a big puppy, just kind of in an adult body,
The look in his eye tells me that he doesn't pass by many mud puddles.
No, he's just, he's just.
Like, let me see what's in here.
But you can see he's super friendly with everybody. I mean, he just wants to say hi to everybody. We are thinking that he will do best, though, in a home with all adults, just because he's strong and he's pretty active. So he really needs to get home. He's just been a lot of fun at the shelter and has been there a while, actually. Yeah, he's been there over a year now.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh.
Came in 8/23.
Let's get Kobe a home. That's our goal. By Halloween, Kobe needs to go home.
Yes.
Or have a solid application.
Yes, that would be fabulous. And his favorite thing, like when he does walk on the trail and everything, is he gets sticks and he just carries them on his walk. So it's pretty cute. And he loves to show off these sticks that he gets on his walks.
Now this is an intelligence test for the dog. How does he do when he brings the sticks back into like the kennel?
Does he turn his head?
Does he turn his head or does he like, whoa, how come I can't walk into my...
I'll take notice next time. I'll let you know. Why can't I get through this door?
I don't understand this.
Get it.
I know last week, and I can't remember whether I edited it out or not, but we were talking about Halloween and UNICEF and how much money they had raised over their lifespan.
71 years, I believe it was.
And I learned that
million.
Doesn't hold a candle to Subaru in 17 years with $320 million donated for the Share the Love event, which is getting ready to kick off again.
There you go. Yeah, we're creeping up, man. We got mid-November is when we're going to be doing it.
So that's about 2 to 3 weeks, somewhere in there.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're partnering with the Blue Ribbon Project.
Ooh, I was going to ask you who it is. Trevor.
Yeah.
Taylor would be awesome.
Yeah.
He's got to be off.
Yeah. So Michelle and I went and toured their facility over in Crownsville.
Do you know that's haunted?
I do.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, his place is total. If you look at the Blue Ribbon Project's videos on their Facebook page, he puts all sorts of haunted, weird stuff.
But they have done such a wonderful job with the space that they have and the services that they provide these foster children that are transitioning into their foster homes, into their, hopefully forever homes is just wonderful. The level of detail that goes into making sure that each of these backpacks has, the proper sizes, the proper amount of stuff, age appropriate things. They even look at the brand of the clothing that they're providing these kids, because they don't want them to go into school or go into, certain places and be self-conscious about, what they're wearing versus what the other kids are wearing.
They're going through enough.
Exactly. So, Taylor and his staff and his volunteers, they have done just such a wonderful job providing the service to these kids that truly need it. And Taylor's story is phenomenal on its own, but the level of detail and organization and thoroughness that they have at that facility, and that they have volunteers come in. They have somebody that is literally dedicated to checking every single backpack before it goes out to make sure that everything that's supposed to be in there is in there. It's unbelievable. We're really looking forward to partnering with them this year for the Share the Love as our hometown charity.
That'd be awesome. And for those that aren't aware, blueribbonproject.org, it's based up at the Crownsville State Hospital. And Billy keeps talking about the backpacks and stuff like that. And my daughter's in that whole social services world. And when a child gets into foster care, there's not a lot of warning. It's somebody shows up at school and that's it. You've got the clothes that you went to school with, your lunchbox, maybe your books, until they figure out what's going on. And this is just something so it helps to ease that transition initially and through life. And Taylor's just got a great, compelling story himself. Yep. And just to be able to do this, and the benefit that they give to our community and to the what a great choice on your part this year. We are just very excited to be able to have this level of impact on a very local level, and to be able to see what we're going to be able to do, or what they're going to be able to do with these funds that are raised. It's going to be awesome. The whole Share the Love event, again, November 15th, is what you said, about mid-November? Yeah, mid-November. And is that the same deal as it was last year for every car purchased or leased? Yep. Subaru is going to donate $250 for every new car that's purchased. And then Annapolis Subaru we're going to throw another $150 on top of that. And that would get that $150 you can, or actually all of it. All of it. Yep. You can choose. You can, if you're purchasing or leasing a car, you can actually direct where it goes. Okay. You've got the local charity, which we all recommend that you do. But they also have the Make-A-Wish, Meals on Wheels America, and the National Park Foundation, or the other, national charities that you can. So we try to, obviously we'll let our customers choose, but we do a really good job of promoting our hometown charities, and we turn our showroom into, pretty much an advertisement for that charity. And, it is important for us for that money to stay local. But we really try to, every year we try to, outdo the prior year. Last year it was, $75,000 to the Almond Foundation. So it's going to be a tough one to top, but that's always our goal, is to keep pushing that number up. You guys are just all about the local community. You can't go, you've got the Bands in the Sand, obviously. You've got the Boatyard Beach Bash. You said you were a sponsor of the Blue Ribbon Project's annual thing, and certainly Canines and Crosstreks, Lights and Leashes. It just goes on and on. So for those that are looking for a car, definitely direct that to the Blue Ribbon Project if you're purchasing a car. Absolutely. The last 90 days of the year. Yeah. We're looking forward to a great event, and it's I think they come to the SPCA walk every year. Oh yeah, right? They absolutely. Have a table. They've been coming for years and years, and it's grown tremendously. And it's just to think of where it started and where that mission has grown to be. Yeah. It's just amazing. You guys last weekend had your setup, or your unload, I guess it is, of lights lights on the bay. That's right. We're getting started for that magical holiday show that everybody loves. Okay, so now you're down to the wire. You've got 3 weeks, and then you need to turn the switch on. And then that's it. It goes public. Is there a switch? There's a couple switches throughout the park. There's actually boxes throughout the park that are BG&E boxes. So we pay for the electricity. It's not like it's not free. Right. And they're all just
And it's kind of weird because when you go at night to turn them on, it's pitch black in there. I mean, the park, if you think about it, they don't have any lights.
No, they don't.
Because they're not open, in the evening.
Dusk to dawn.
Yeah, exactly.
Or dawn to dusk.
So sometimes you have to put your lights, your headlights there and bring a flashlight, and then each box. And I think there's 7 boxes throughout the whole park. So each night, every one of those has to be turned on.
Lights and Leashes is the 22nd and 23rd of November. And then Lights on the Bay starts November 24th through January 1st. You can get your tickets online, lightsonthebay.org. Go out and see that. This is always fun. I know you always have some new surprises that are coming.
That's right.
And
it's opened every night. I mean, so we're 7 days a week. So Monday through Thursday is 5 to 9. And then on the weekends, it's 5 to 10.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's nice and dark.
That's right.
You ought to auction off
a Subaru.
No.
Billy's like, excuse me?
The light turning on.
I know. Well, if it was one switch, the problem is though, you're running like down to the beach and turning on one, and then you're running back
you
over
could
to another
have like
beach.
3 people at the same time.
Same time you turn it on? I know. I always
give them
thought
a walkie-talkie.
Cool. That's right.
Cell phones.
Yeah.
Do it.
Here's a
But
10,
it's 2.5 miles
7.
long, so I guess you could see some of it.
And have a drone up there
spot.
for way up there.
The drone would be very cool.
To get it come on. Time it with a Southwest flight coming right over Sandy Point.
That would be cool if you're on the
Ladies
flight.
and gentlemen, look out your left window and you'll see it's on the bay coming on the. So
coming live.
I'm starting to get into the holiday spirit again. I mean, you've got
Sounds like
you, Billy.
You've got a Halloween coming.
I'm
up.
always in the holiday spirit.
Oh, I know.
Are your girls ready for Halloween?
Sure. Yeah.
Are you ready for Halloween?
Always.
Are you dressing up?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
I might dress up as Kelly.
How would that look?
I'd probably have like 9 dogs. Vest.
Little white one named Cyrus.
Canines
on
and
somebody's
Crosstreks.
ankle.
some
little white dog.
Some flannel. Get some dog hair all over me. Drive a Crosstrek as a demo. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Well, I saw that Travis Pastrana took first in a recent the Lake Superior Performance Rally.
He's good.
He's at it again, huh?
He is. He buys his cars here.
He gets his cars from here. He gets his cars serviced here, and he's a cool dude.
He's been a great spokesperson for Subaru, and certainly for you. I mean, he's great to have a sort of a local.
Great guy.
Local sort of.
Great family. His kids are wonderful. His wife's wonderful.
So what else do we have planned for Annapolis Subaru or the SPCA coming up? I mean, I know we've talked about Lights and Leashes. We
have the Casa Gala coming up. I believe it's sold out.
November 2nd.
So that should be cool. Always a great time. Get to raise a bunch of money for once again.
Are you emceeing?
I am emceeing.
Woo-hoo.
Yep. So I'm like the professional babysitter up there. I'm like, everyone sit down, be quiet. So
sit
you
down
can
and
hear,
spend money.
So you can
and
hear
get your wallets out.
So you can hear Rebecca
That's
talk.
right. Yeah.
We'll get you nice and sad. Then we'll ask you for some money,
Tell you what we do. And
exactly.
It's great
such
work.
a good event.
It's great work.
Yep, exactly. Other than that, I mean, we're just, we got Share the Love coming up. We devote a lot of our resources towards that. So we're, looking forward to
inventory looking solid. We're getting close to the end of the year. What was your best selling model this year? Do you know? I don't need numbers.
Like
just
Outback and Crosstrek are pretty close.
Pretty close to each other. That's cool. What do you got? Any predictions for 25?
No. Hopefully more than 24.
As long as you grow.
More than 24. That's what we're going
That's it. I like that.
Fantastic. Well, if you are interested in adopting Kobe, who is a blue pit mix or a American Staffordshire Terrier, that's the fancy name.
That's right.
He is available at aacspca.org. And you can go online and get an application started, or you can give them a call and they can do that. Or better yet, come on down and roll around in the mud with Kobe.
With Kobe. There you go.
Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe. Teach him to cock his head when he walks back into his, into his kennel with his stick. And if you would like to get a Subaru, you want AnnapolisSubaru.com or 149 Old Solomon's Island Road. Everybody is here. Unlike the SPCA, nobody bites at Annapolis Subaru. Let's get Kobe home. The goal is by Halloween. That is really only 5-6 days away.
It's rapidly approaching.
So let's get Kobe home, get him an application in there. That's going to be a great forever pup for your, and he needs a forever home because he's been at the SPCA
too long,
too damn long.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we will see you guys next week in November.
Great.
Sounds
See you
good.
then.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.